Good morning, everyone. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Breaking Dawn. Early in the morning, Breaking Dawn. It's Friday again. Sunday, Monday. What? It's Friday, guys. Come on. It's Friday. It's what it's all about. It's all about the Friday feeling. Guys, we're dressed up. We're dressed up to impress. We're going out. We're going to have a good Friday. It's still early, though. It's 10 a.m. I don't know why I'm early. I don't know why I'm all dressed up so early, but it is 10 a.m., to be honest with you. And, yeah, we're gonna have a good day today. Listen, I've had the flu for literally 10 days, guys. I'm gonna enjoy this Friday. Last Friday, I was in my bed. And I'm like, you know what? F this. You know what I mean? This is not what life's about. You know, I feel like trash. And now I feel good. I feel good. I feel great. I'm fantastic. Goodness me. Get the whiskey in. Get the whiskey in, guys. Let me just write this tweet real quickly. I have to get this up and running, guys. Otherwise, no one knows that I am about. Of course, guys, that would make sense if people knew I was about, wouldn't it, at the end of the day? So let me just do this real quickly. And this. All right. There we go. At least I hoped we'd do that. There we go. Then I have to do that. Then just... Yes. Bear me a second, guys. I'll be with you in a short jiffy. Wait me a second. Okay, guys, what's going on? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. Big up, Sanjay. Hope you're good, doing good. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's well. Good to see you, Sanj. Hope you're good. It's about to go down. What's going down? Good to see you, Sam. What's going up? It's time. Come on, Sal. Big up, Sam. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're good. Good morning to everyone in the house. Good morning to everyone in the house. Good morning, everyone, guys. I'm really good to have you here. It is Friday, of course. Glory, my good morning, Abada, the legend of Abada. Good morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm just trying to fix up my my Twitter. My Twitter's going a bit cuckoo. So I was trying to post my link to my stream, and my Twitter's not allowing me to post a link to my stream. Now, how the hell does that work out? You tell me. How does that work out? I wonder why. That is happening. I'm going to try one more time because obviously I've got a lot of Twitter followers I like to let know before when I go live and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But this is live television at the end of the day, you know. It's live television, you know. This is how it goes sometimes. Right, yeah. Yeah, that's a weird one. Definitely a weird one. I don't know. Rasta, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're good. Ahmad, right? I might be back. The best news I've heard all week. Good news, of course. Big up, Ahmad, of course. Big up, Baz. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Baz. Yeah, let's go, Baz. Let's do it. It's Friday. Let's do it. Like Joe Hendry. Guys, congratulations to my brother, Joe Hendry. By the way, Joe Hendry was on WWE WrestleMania this weekend, smashing it up. Of course, who knows Joe Hendry? He's a friend of the show. He's been on the show, guys. Big up, Joe Hendry. Well done, my son. I know you got RKO'd twice, but you know what? There you go, man. I tell you, believe in it. You believe, you will achieve it. And that is what happens. You know what I mean? You believe it, you achieve it. But congratulations to Joe Hendry, my pal, of course, who's been on this channel. Of course, guys. So check it out. Check out the interview I done with Joe Hendry many years ago, of course, guys, without the blonde hair and stuff. Not me, him. And yeah, definitely was. I'm really proud of him. Really proud of him. Proud as mush. But I've got a lot of friends in the WWE. Actually, was involved in the R-Truth cigarette episode with Morrison a few years ago. Got involved in that. I almost got WWE sued. There you go. That is one other thing that happened and stuff like that. But guys, let's get into Manchester United. It is all about Manchester United. It is Manchester United. Manchester United, mate. Struth, mate. Manchester United. Manchester United, Struth. Manchester United. That's what it's all about, guys. Ahmad is going to be back very, very soon, guys. And it is a blessing because we need Ahmad back, guys. We are so short. We are so short when it comes to players right now. For goodness sakes, The Big Short. Goodness me, that was a good film. It's The Big Short. We are so short when it comes to players right now. It's unbelievable, Jeff. It's unbelievable how short we are. So to get Ahmad back is a blessing. It's a blessing, for goodness sake. 50. It's like, it's a £50 for a blessing. £50 for a blessing. There you go. £50 for a blessing. £50 for a blessing. Both £50 for a blessing. That is what it is. It's all about that. Absolutely brilliant, 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 brilliant. Great news for Manchester United, of course, but there's rare when it gets to the good news about Man United. So savor it, suck it up, take a picture, because it's good news for Manchester United for once. We need good news for Man United, don't we? We don't need bad news for Man United. We've had so much bad news for Man United. I think I caught flu. I got the Man United flu. I think that was what it was. I think I caught it off Man United last week. The Man United flu. That's what I got, because there's so much negativity going on with regards to Man United. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's horrible. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Natty boy. Natty. Big up, Natty. What's going on? Good morning. How are you feeling today? Take care of yourself. Comfort. Thank you so much, Natty. I'm trying to keep positive. I'm trying to get, you know what? I'm trying to be more energetic. You know what? It's been horrible. It has been horrible. Number one, I had my wife in hospital for 2 days, right? I spent 24 hours in the hospital and I caught a flu. How's your luck? How's your luck? How is your luck? And I caught a flu. Can you believe it? Unbelievable, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'd never get flu. I don't even have the flu jab. I never get it. I worked in a hospital 5 years, right? I worked in a hospital in London, St. George's, right? And I never once got the goddamn flu. Never once had I got a flu. I never even knew what that was, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely not. Good morning, Joe Blackman, the legend, the myth, the mystery. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're good. Good to see Joe Blackman, the legend, in the house. Good to see you. You wasn't up with KG watching the American football. God, blimey. Was it the American football? Was it the basketball? I mean, it was last night. I thought, because I wake up like 5 a.m., right? But I wake up 5 a.m. UAE time. So I'm literally 3 hours ahead of the UK. So that would mean I would be about 8 hours ahead of USA. About 8 hours ahead of the USA. If I'm not wrong, 8 hours ahead. My brother lives in New York. My grandmother's American, by the way, guys. Just to let you know, my grandmother's American. She's from Newport News, Virginia. That is where she's from. That is my grandma, right? And yeah, she's a few hours behind as well. 10 hours or so ahead. I think she is. If I'm not wrong, that is what it is at the end of the day. Roy Michael, what's going on? Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well, Roy Michael. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I'm still trying to get this tweet out here. I'm just tweet is driving me mad. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. All right, let's see if it works now. Let me have a look. All right, let's have a look. Because, you know, I need to let my Twitter hemisphere know that I'm live. I sound like, what's his name? No, don't do that. What's the actor's name? No, don't do that. What's his name? Oh, I've forgotten his name now. Good one. No, it's not about that. No, it's not that. I need to get this up. I'm supposed to get this up, because if I don't get this up, I'll miss out. Oops. Right, let's see. All right. Yeah, my Twitter's gone on a mad thing. It's a mad thing. My Twitter is on a mad thing. Absolutely. Definitely on a mad thing, my Twitter. Very, very weird here. It's a weird scenario. It's a weird situation. And it's getting more and more absurd. So sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Oh, it seems to me. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. No, it's not having it. It's not having it. Big up, Kenny. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Ahmad is back next week. Good news, of course, my friend. Big up, Shah. What's going on, my friend? Shah, I've been checking the comment section in the late live stream for the last few days, and there are a few weird people saying it's a toxic channel. Mate, you can't please anyone, Shah. Let me tell you something about life in general, right, Shah? You know what? One thing you're gonna do, if your platform gets bigger, right? I'm far from the toxic channel. I'm very real. This channel is the most subjective, opinionated channel there is. And I don't call people bald frauds. I don't call people peanut heads. I don't turn against the manager. I support the manager, right? Yes, I'm going to question signings. I think we all have I think every single one of us right here, right now, have the right to question signings. When we don't think the signing is going to elevate Manchester United, don't you think it's only fair that we as fans have a chance to question what direction Man United are going in? For crying out loud, we're Manchester United, right? We've gone 12 years without a title, guys, right? So why can't we criticize when we feel like we're not going into the right direction, right? No, it's not dissing anyone. We don't come out and start slandering players. We might say they're not the level that Man United require, but we don't call people peanut head. We don't call people, you know what I mean, bald fraud, Portuguese fraud, this, that, and the other, do we? At the end of the day, you're never going to make everyone happy. And that is one thing I said, right? That's one thing I would say right now. You're never going to make anyone happy. Everyone, you have to do what's better for you. You have to do what's good for you. At the end of the day, if it's good for you, do it. And you know what? If it's good for the community and you know, the most important thing I like is truth. I like truth. I don't like, you know, unfairness. I don't like people who are not fair. I don't like people who gang up on people. I don't like people who, like, you know, just have one opinion and they don't change from it because, you know what, it makes them wrong. And then obviously that means that they worship their own opinion and stuff like that at the end of the day. But you know what I would say is that you're never going to please everyone. You know what I mean? Haters are just lovers in disguise. Haters are just lovers in disguise. That's what they are at the end of the day. And that is what we should remember. Without haters, you're not really doing anything. When Cristiano Ronaldo walks onto that football pitch, he gets booed. Why does he get booed? Because he's good. If he wasn't good, he wouldn't be booed. At the end of the day, that is a story of life, to be honest with you. That's the story of life. It's the story of life. Absolutely. Big up. Cunha, here we go soon. It looks that way, Shah. It does look like Cunha will be Manchester United's first signing of the summer. It does look that way. As long as we don't stop there. As long as we go on from there. Excuse me. As long as we go on from there and we get another signing, another few signings, that would be absolutely fantastic. That would be a great start for Manchester United. We get Cunha through the door. That would be brilliant for Man United. That would be the first step towards a good, like, you know what I mean? Now, it does look like Man United are going to be spending upwards of 90 million on Cunha and of course, Delap. Whatever you make of that. And this is where I talk about transfers and what's your opinions on that. Is it right that Man United is spending 90 million on Cunha and Delap? Would you be happy with that? Or would you just be happy with Osimhen? That's it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is quite of a double-edged sword, isn't it? To be fair. But at the end of the day, look, I hope that Manchester United do go on. If we sign Delap and Cunha, okay, right. I'm gonna trust Delap. I'm not dissing Delap. I'm not saying he's crap. I'm not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is that, is he ready? Is he going to elevate Manchester United? Is he going to take Man United to 20, 30 goals a season, which we need? We've been crying out for that type of player for yonks, for ages. And to be honest with you, I hope he can. I really hope he can. And I hope that Delap improves us all wrong. And we say, look, there was news today. I read an article today that Delap is the new Harry Kane. If he gets halfway as good as Harry Kane, we're in for a winner, guys. We're in for a winner at the end of the day. If he gets halfway to Harry Kane, brilliant. I'll be happy with that, to be honest with you. Now, another Manchester United player, not a Man United player, but another player that Man United have been linked to is a player that we spoke about in the summer, of course. Very highly rated. It's Adam Wharton, Crystal Palace player, of course, midfield, central defensive midfielder, England under 21, been in the England squad. Of course, didn't he get to the England squad in the Euros, wasn't it? him who got in the England squad in the Euros. Yeah, very, very good player is Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton, of course, defies opinion. I mean, there's lots of people don't rate Adam Wharton. I mean, I rate him. I think he's a very good player. He gets some goal. It reminds me a little bit of a Carrick sort of player. But Manchester United are very interested in Adam Wharton. Still interested FC, we know, interested FC. But Man United are looking to fill up that central midfield void, should I say, instead of birth. We don't want birth, void. That central midfield void, Man United are trying to fill up. And Adam Wharton is top of the list. One of the players that is top of the list is Adam Wharton. And he would cost around 35 million market value. But it is a Manchester United. So Manchester United, it might go even higher than that. It might go even higher than that. Man United it's the Man United tax, guys. It's the Man United tax. You know what I mean? It's going to be about 50 million probably. So Adam Wharton, let's say 45 to 50 million. Manchester United are still heavily interested in Adam Wharton. But Sal, if we signed Cunha and we signed Delap, how are we going to get this money? Because we have money. I told you guys from the beginning, we have money. Don't worry about that. Man United will spend 200 million. And those people saying we won't spend 200 million can send an apology to me, because we are going to spend 200 million. Plus, we are going to get rid of players, though. There will be players gone. It is looking increasingly like precarious for Garnacho. I do not want to sell Garnacho. Garnacho, I don't want to sell the young players. I don't. I mean, you look at Garnacho, the bloody guy is 20 years old. You know what I mean? He's going to improve. No, not everyone could be Lamine Yamal at 20 years old. Not at 16 years old. Not everyone could be George Weah when he made his debut at 16 years old. I was there when he made his debut at 16 years old. But David Beckham was on loan at Preston North End at 20. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it. It doesn't mean he's better than you. Well, you know, it's just that some people are born with a God-given talent. Some people are not. I was born to draw, guys. I can draw. I can draw with my eyes closed. I can draw cartoons, everything with my eyes closed. I was born with the ability to do that. God knows how, but I was born with the ability to do that, right? And that is the same with some footballers. They're born like that. You can't teach Peter Crouch to be Ronaldinho. When Peter Crouch is born the way he's born, you know what I mean? You can't teach him to start doing stepovers and bend it into the top corner and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can't teach that. Everyone is different, what I'm trying to say. Everyone is different, and you can't paint everyone with the same brush. Of course, guys. Now, back to it. Adam Wharton is again being linked to Manchester United in the summer. What would I make of this transfer? I mean, guys, what do you make of it? What do you make of it? I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll, guys. I'm going to do a poll. Absolutely. I'm going to do a poll right now. Would you be happy with Adam Wharton? Would you be happy with Adam Wharton as the midfield signing? Now, guys, let's bear in mind, right? There are players such as Edison out there, right, that are absolutely fantastic players that we all will love at Manchester United at the end of the day. Let's not forget that. Big up, Noah. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you, Noah. Indie House. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Natty. Selling young players and buying young players does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, Natty. You're absolutely right. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. It's not something that Man United used to do. Man United didn't used to sell their young players. I mean, when I was growing up, right, some of the players weren't developed yet. Your Nicky Butts, your Philip Nevilles, your Gary Nevilles, and some may say they're still not developed. But, you know, what I would say is that some of the players that are not developed, weren't developed. Like David Beckham, went on loan to Preston North End, come back, you know what I mean, and became a superstar. You know, we need to give some of our young players time. You know, I'm not happy about selling young players. I don't mind us selling Anthony. I don't mind us selling Rashford. I don't mind us selling Luke Shaw. I don't mind us selling Casemiro. I don't mind us selling Malacia. I don't mind these type of sales. I don't mind. I honestly don't. But you know what? It's no point bringing in young players and selling young players and bringing in young players. It doesn't make sense. Absolutely spot on. The problem is what Man United are having right now is that with this PSR and FFP, this is contributing to the rumours, because FFP and PSR are encouraging teams nowadays to sell their prize assets, to sell the young lads, to sell the young kids. And I don't agree with PSR and FFP. I really don't. And then we spoke about this on the show a few times. I don't agree with PSR. I don't agree with FFP. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I think it just encourages teams to sell their young players, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So toxic, Sal. You're so toxic, Sal. You're so toxic. Why are you so toxic? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it does. And I think that, you know what, we need to keep hold of our young players. Kobe Mainu, Garnacho, the whole shebang, the whole lot, we need to keep hold of them. Absolutely. Big up, Noah. Big up. Saha. Is Louis Saha in the stream? Big up, big up. Oh, there you go, Kenny. The NBA playoffs. There you go. Goodness me. You were up early for that, mate. I was up. Big up, Joe. Big up, everyone. Big up, big up, big up. It was NBA players last night. Big up, Noah. Big up. Yeah, I thought so. I was too early for me, mate. It's too early for me. I was up. I was like, huh? KG live? Wow. My goodness, that guy is a legend, mate. He does work hard, isn't it? So, Sal, are you dual scissor niece? I'm like the United Nations Rasta. I've got so many different nations in me. I'm born in England. My mum is English white woman, right? My dad is Asian. Yeah, Muslim. My dad is Muslim. So my dad is Muslim. My mum is Christian English, right? My great grandmother is of German descent. Yeah. So I've got that going on. And basically I've got a lot of people. Yeah, I got a lot. And then I've got uncles from the West Indies. I've got people from Brazil. So people, you know what? This me, you know what I mean? With me is completely. But I'm East London born and bred. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm English. That's all I say. I'm British. I'll say I'm British at the end of the day. My grandma is American. My grandma is an absolute nutcase. So I don't really associate with her. But yeah, my grandma is from Newport News, Virginia, near North Carolina, I believe it is. South Carolina, North Carolina. Yeah, she's from that end. She's from those ends. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. And that's where she's from. Yeah. My older brother is in New York working in a hospital. I don't know if it's the same hospital as you, Rasta. It might be. You might even see him about. Yeah. But yeah. My older brother's name's Jermaine, by the way. Jermaine. That's my older brother's. And the reason my older brother's name is Jermaine is because my mum was a big Jackson 5 fan. Yep. And there you go. Nati, if the result does not go as our way, can they rush Ahmad back to the second leg? I think he'd be ready for the second leg, Nati. If I'm being honest, I think he should be ready for the second leg. I think he might even be on the bench on Thursday. That would be great. Now, even if we can get him a few minutes in the game, that would be great. You know, I sound like that meme, innit? That would be great. You know, with the mug, that would be great. I sound like that meme, don't I? Yeah, but even if we can get him ready for the second leg, that would be fantastic. I would love that. You know what I mean? It's so important to Manchester United right now. We need as many attacking players as we can possibly get. Of course, Athletic Bilbao are incredibly good at defence. I think they're the third or the fourth best defensive record in Spain. So they're very good. The problem is that they're no good at scoring it. Not the problem for us, but they're no good at scoring either. So obviously their striker got injured, but it doesn't really matter because they don't score anyway. You know, and they are one of them teams who are going to try and nick a 1-0 and try and defend it. And that's what we have to do. If Manchester United could possibly get a win in Bilbao, that'd be fantastic. I honestly believe that Manchester United can beat Athletic Bilbao on Thursday. I honestly believe that Manchester United will win this Europa League. I know I'm sounding zealous and stuff like that, but I honestly feel that Man United will win this Europa League. I really do. Guys, another man who has captured the interest of Manchester United, and speaking of America, is American international Johnny Cardoso. Johnny Cardoso does sound like a wrestler, by the way. Johnny Cardoso, 18 caps for the US of A. and he is from New Jersey, United States. He is playing currently for Real Betis. Big up Real Betis, and Manchester United have been scouting the USA international. What is added incentive in regards to this transfer and which is attractive Manchester United to this transfer, is he's only 20 million euros, guys, market value. His contract expires in 2030. He's a defensive midfielder, very, very capable player, only 23 years old, guys. Only 23 years old. So the highest market value for Mr. Cardoso is 25 million. Of course, 25 million euros, guys. So he is a player that, you know what, I would look at and say, wow, look, you know what, where did we get him from? You know what I mean? And very, very capable. Central midfield, defensive midfielder, highly talented individual. 18 caps for the USA, our brothers in the USA, of course. 18 caps for them. So that's no mean feat. USA are starting to come up in regards to football. They're starting to produce these players now. They're starting to get these players through the USA. We got to stop them from producing all these players, because they're going to start producing more and more great players. They'll be a threat at the World Cup in 2026. Absolutely. But yeah, Mr. Cardoso is a player that Manchester United are interested in, of course, guys. 18 caps for the USA. Manchester United interested in Real Betis Cardoso. But one of the biggest concerns I have, right, is why are Man United not finding these players before they go to Betis? For example, you know, why can't we cut out that middleman? If we're so good at scouting and stuff like that, Johnny Cardoso, for example, was scouted by Real Betis, wasn't he? He was scouted by Real Betis, if I'm not wrong. And he was signed by Real Betis, of course. He started off at a club called Sport Club International. God knows what that club is. But yeah, at the end of the day, Man United have got to act quickly with these scouting network. We're very slow when it comes to scouting. But Johnny Cardoso is a player Manchester United are extremely interested in. Johnny Cardoso, if you want to know what's going on at the end of the day, big up. Big up. Shah, is Ahmad back in the team training next week, or is he available next week? I am going to put myself out on a limb here, Shah. I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to predict that Ahmad will be back for Thursday on the bench. I may be wrong, Shah, but I'm just taking a limb. I'm going out here on a limb for you guys. I'm going in head first, wallop. I'm going in head first. I'm going out on a limb for you guys. I think that Ahmad will be back on Thursday. On the bench. I'm not 100%, but obviously, of course. Rasta, those people are a bunch of weirdos. They just like toss it Esau, does not keep up that nonsense. Absolutely. Big up, Rasta. You know what, you know what we're like on this channel, Rasta. You've been here for months. You know what we're like. People just want to cause negativity and stuff like that. Maybe because I go against their fan channels. Maybe the people that they really love, I attack them because they are the toxic ones. And I attack those people because that's what I do. You know what I mean? I don't actually rate their ball knowledge. That's what it is at the end of the day, you know? I could come on this stream and talk about Tokyo FC. I can come on this stream and talk about Hearts of Oak in Ghana. I can come on this stream and talk about, you know, any team in the world if you want me to. I can, and give you the low breakdown because I do watch a lot of football. And the people that what these people do, they tend to they think, oh, don't be horrible on Delap. No one has been horrible on Delap on this show. No one has criticized Delap. I'm quite excited about Delap. I'm sorry, but I am. I quite like Liam Delap. But what I would say is that what I've always said, that Man United need an experienced striker to complement Liam Delap. Man United need an experienced striker. Alex Ferguson, throughout his tenure as Manchester United, I mean, what is the common demeanor here? When Alex Ferguson used to sign players, especially up front, he used to, one second, it's the wife. Hi, babe. Yeah, are you okay? Bye, babe. Bye. Sorry, that was the wife. Yeah. So, yeah, look, at the end of the day, what I would say is that, you know what? I do believe that Liam Delap needs a player next to him that can teach him. A player next to him that can teach him, in my opinion. So someone like an Osman would have been brilliant with a Liam Delap. Do you know what I mean? It would have been brilliant with a Liam Delap. Personally, I'm a little bit worried about Rasmus. I like Rasmus. Everyone knows my stance on Rasmus. Everyone knows I don't jump down Rasmus' neck because I know the pressure that has been put on Rasmus Højlund. I actually mention the pressure. I'm not like those other channels who don't mention the fact that he's been thrown into the deep end at his young age to score goals for Manchester United. You know, in such a toxic environment and being the sole man. I'm a sole man. I'm being the sole man to score the goals for Manchester United. Imagine the pressure on you. Now, look, what I would say is this. The biggest concern that I have is if Liam Delap comes into Manchester United, if Liam Delap comes in and he doesn't score in his opening 3 games, what are the fan base going to be with Liam Delap? How are those fans going to be with Liam Delap? Are they going to be patient with Liam Delap? Are they going to be patient with him, or are they going to start jumping down his throat straight away? That is the problem. That's the problem. Now, I mention these things. I cover these things. Other people don't cover these things. They just look at things. He's not scoring goals. He's a bum. That's all they say. That is their analysis. He's not scoring goals. He's a bum. He's not winning games. He's a bum. That is exactly what they do. This is what they do. I don't do that on this channel. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Natty, people say you are toxic when you are also they are also toxic. I don't know what toxic is, Natty, because we call things as they are on this channel. We call things subjectively, fairly, in regards to a footballing reason, footballing opinion. What we do, I don't call people names. I don't insult people. I never once called Eric Ten Hag a bald fraud or a peanut head or Ruben Amorim a Portuguese fraud and things like which they're doing in other channels. I've never done that. I look at things for what they are. I look at things in context. I don't just look at the overriding popular narrative that people want to force down your throat. I don't do that. I don't do that. You know what I mean? I call things on a footballing level. And if people want to say it's toxic, then they're just snowflakes, because at the end of the day, they can't handle real opinion. That's it. Because we don't swear at players. We don't call people names. We don't do anything like that. We call a footballing opinion, a constructive footballing opinion. That's what we do on this channel. Unfortunately, people want to drag down me. They want to drag down my channel and say, oh, you're toxic, because they are toxic. At the end of the day, they don't have an education when it comes to footballing opinion. That is a fact. If they want to have an educated opinion, they're more than welcome to come on this show and give me an educated opinion about football, about the birds and the bees. I've invited all those toxic channels to come on this channel and give me how much they know about Man United, how much they're so educated about Man United. I would give them. I love them to come onto this channel and show me how educated they are. The more followers you get, the more haters you get, Sal. Love the channel. Big up, Shah. Thank you so much, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Roy Michael, love your energy, Sal, this morning. It's brilliant. Thank you so much, Roy Michael. I'm recovering from flu. It's the only way I know. It's just head first. Definitely. Big up. Thank you so much. Of course. People who say toxic, they just want to be relevant. Absolutely. Absolutely. Morning, Darren. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well, my bro. Cunha, Delat, Osman, and Edison would be perfect. That would be a dream, Darren. Goodness me. You don't ask so much, Darren. I would love that, Darren. That would be absolute dream. Throw in a right wing back in there and I'll be all right. Cunha, Delat, Osman, and Edison. Wow. I mean, you can't get much better than that, can you, to be fair? You can't get much better than that. That'd be absolutely incredible if Man United managed to do that. I mean, if they do that, it's another story, though, isn't it? You know what they're like. You know what, Ineos, they can do that. They can do that, but they don't want to do that. They want to act broke. They want to act broke. Yes, I want Osman and Nico Williams, Cunha, Joe. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. Big up Revert 7. Big up yourself. Wharton is top quality youngster, but midfielder. He is a good quality. Underrated, I would say, because he's English. Don't forget, English players get underrated as well. People don't rate him, of course, guys. Big up, Darren. Vardy's available. I know, Darren. I knew he was going to say that. I was waiting for that. I know. I saw his little sob story yesterday. I saw his little video yesterday. Big up Jamie Vardy, by the way. Let me tell you something about Jamie Vardy. I know he scored a lot of goals against Man United, but I want to say something about Jamie Vardy, right? He's the definition of rags to riches, is Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy came from Fleetwood Town to play for Leicester City in the Premier League and win the league with Leicester City. Fair play, mate. You're not going to get many stories like that these days. So you know what? Appreciate such stories like Jamie Vardy. Because Jamie Vardy is that guy who proves that you can. You can. It's never too late. If you're in the lower divisions playing for a lower team, you can still make it. You can still do it. Congratulations to Jamie Vardy, and I wish him the best of luck in his future endeavours. Jarman Lee, what's going on? Long time, mate. What's going on, Jarl? It was good to see you, mate. Everyone has a cost less this last year, except for Euro. It can also go low. Everyone has cost less this year, except for Loro. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But he's only 20 years, been injured most of the season, so a big move might be too soon. Could be revert 7. Good point. CP, Crystal Palace want huge amount for Adam Wharton, English tax, and then some. Crystal Palace want over 70 million for Aaron from over Aaron Wharton. There you go. Yeah, that's going to be too much. He's valued at 35 million. No one's going to pay 70 for him. Be absolutely crazy if we did that. Morning, EC. How you doing, you legend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good morning, Barman. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're good. Good morning to Barman. Shah. Delap has scored 12 goals for a relegated side. Andy Johnson scored 20 goals for Crystal Palace. Got relegated and was the second top scorer in the Premier League. But we never went after Adam Johnson, did we? We never went after. Why didn't we go after Adam Johnson? Because they weren't good enough. They weren't good enough. Let me give you an example, guys. I'm going to give you an example. One of the most perfect examples you can think of, right? Not tooting my own horn, but one of the most perfect examples you can think of. Kevin Phillips. Kevin Phillips played for Sunderland during the late 90s, scored endless amounts of goals. Kevin Phillips won the golden boot. I know him, a friend of mine, won the golden boot for Sunderland in the Premier League. The golden boot, guys, ahead of all those strikers in the Premier League at the time, your likes of Bergkamps, your Andy Coles, your all that, you know what I mean? Van Nistelrooy's. Kevin Phillips won the golden boot for Sunderland. Was he good enough to play for Man United? Man United were never in for him. Man United never wanted to sign him, but was he good enough? Why didn't we go after him? Probably would have now. Sure. So I don't get this. Oh, but he scored 12 goals a relegated side. I know. It doesn't make any sense, mate. Look, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. I mean, look, I'm not going to stand here and say it's going to be a bad signing, because Man United have signed players in the past that have been relatively good from lower teams like Tottenham, like Carrick, of course, Berbatov, of course, those type of players. But they're not quite on the level of Ipswich. You know what I mean? We have bought players from likes of Southampton before, obviously Luke Shaw, obviously players like that, Schneiderlin and players of that nature, and hasn't quite worked out. But one thing that is in Delap's favour is that he played for Man City. He comes from the Man City Academy. So obviously he's got ability. Obviously in the Man City Academy, he's going to have ability, isn't he? So that is one. It's a bit like Tyler Diblin is exactly the same. Man City Academy. It's the same thing. So, you know what? You never know what happens in football. And you never know who might be the next superstar. Man United signed Dennis Irwin from Oldham Athletic. Man United signed Gary Pallister from Middlesbrough. And Man United signed, was it Steve Bruce from Newcastle United? And Newcastle weren't the Newcastle they are today. And you look at from the past that the players that Man United used to sign, Keane for Nottingham Forest, that's different. Nottingham Forest are quite good under Brian Clough. But you look at these kind of signings that Man United used to do, and you look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came from a lower team. Mulder, I think it was, he came from Schmeichel. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily the be-all and end-all that it's going to be bad. But the difference is that 12 goals, I would look at it like this. Would Rasmus Højlund score 12 goals for Ipswich in a season? If Rasmus Højlund was playing for Ipswich Town right now, would Rasmus Højlund get 12 goals? Would he get 12 goals? I think he would. I think he would. Big up, Paul. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Cunha will have to concentrate on the deal with Ederson. Imagine our midfield with Garte. It'd be an amazing midfield, Paul, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be that would be one naughty midfield, mate? That would be an absolutely shithousery of a midfield, wouldn't it? That would be. Absolutely. Do you know what will happen? Anyone who dares to come near our midfield, you know what?
Fuck off.
That is our midfield. That will be our midfield. You don't go near that midfield, man.
Fuck off.
That is Edison, Cunha. And who else is it? Edison, Cunha, and we already have Licha Martinez as well. We have Licha Martinez as well and Ugarte as well. Yeah, unbelievable. That is a proper midfield, guys. Absolutely.
Fuck off.
You won't get through that midfield, guys. You will not get through that midfield. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You wouldn't.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you'll be in danger.
There you go, guys. Absolutely. That's that midfield, guys. Sure. Who's going to nurture Delap? He's just 22. Nobody. Nobody is going to nurture him. He's going to have to nurture himself. At the end of the day, this is Jungle Book here. This is Jungle Book, and Delap is going to be Mowgli. That is what's happening right here. He's going to be raised by a bunch of chickens and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Because that is what we have at the moment. So he's just going to have to make do what it is and try and nurture himself. Try and nurture himself. Absolutely. He'd be trying to get the fire spark in himself. So that's why I want Osman with Delap. Absolutely. I agree, mate. I agree. John, the reason United Delap is that he is a power forward like Sesko and Gutierrez. Also, he has two-footed, which make him really hard to defend against. Look, I really hope, Joel, I really hope that he comes at Man United and he smashes it. That's what I hope. That is my biggest hope, that he comes to Man United, he absolutely destroys it. And you know what? He scores 20 goals next season. That's all I care about. You know what I mean? I don't care if he plays for that club or that club, if he could do it. I trust them. And but what I would ask you guys is Liam Delap Ruben Amorim's first choice? Is that best in class? We have to be honest, guys. Is it best in class? Is that what Ruben Amorim? If Ruben Amorim right now could pick any striker he wanted, would he pick? Would Liam Delap even be in the top 10? Would he even be in the top 10? That's what we have to ask ourselves. If we're going to loan or sell Rasmus, then we must get two strikers, non-negotiable. Absolutely. We're not going to sell Rasmus because we have to get 42 million to cover FFP and PSR. Otherwise, we'll get a penalty in regards to PSR and FFP, and it will affect our transfer window. So the most likely scenario for Rasmus is going on loan. If he does go on loan, I absolutely agree. Man United need to get two strikers in there. I think Man United need two strikers in there anyway. But Man United don't look like they're going to get two strikers. Man United probably get Liam Delap, Cunha, and that's about it, to be honest, on the attacking front. I'd be very surprised if we get anything more than that. I think Man United obviously need to concentrate on the right wing back, another defender, one more midfielder, and maybe a goalkeeper. Obviously, the goalkeeper's a big issue as well, of course. Big up, big up. This channel is the opposite of toxic. This brother is a good guy and sincere. Thank you so much, EC. So are you, brother. Love your comments every single day, my friend. Big up yourself. Legend, of course, in the chat. Nothing is wrong with criticizing a player, but it's the way you go about doing it. Absolutely, Ruster. Life is about criticism. Listen, if I walked into a room, right, my family was sitting down, my brother was sitting down on the sofa, right? And I walk in and I've put on a lot of weight, right? And people tell me how great I look. That's not care. That's not care, right? If I walk into the room and they tell me, Sal, you're putting on weight, what's going on? That's care, right? You cannot improve without criticism. You cannot improve without criticism. Without criticism, you're not going to improve at the end of the day. But there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If I walk into a room and my brother calls me, Sal, you're looking like a fat, blah, 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 you fat, you look ugly, you fat this, you fat that. That's different, right? But then if I walk in a room and say, Sal, listen, you know what, do you want to come gym? Do you want to do this and that? Constructive criticism. Do you want to lose something? There you go. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So that is the difference. Big up, big up. Have a great one, Barman. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you back. I bet in 5 to 10 games, if he doesn't score, he's apparently a shit flop. Get rid of him. in my opinion, is the English Rasmus, but slightly better. There you go. You know what? This is opinion. This is opinion. And obviously it's going to take, obviously, that, you know, what's going to happen is that they have to prove us wrong, you know, prove us wrong. And that's what it is. Natty, my problem about Delap is not the experience enough to shout on players when the ball is not coming to him. It's a good point, Natty. It's a good point because we need to score goals. And obviously the overriding problem between Manchester United right now is not passing the ball. Now, it could be argued that against, obviously, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Garnacho passed the ball 3 times. He should have had 3 assists against Wolves, and Rasmus didn't get in the end of it. But definitely needs to, he definitely needs to, you know, man up. Should I say? Should I say that? Can I say that? He needs to speak up, shout, scream, you know, and pass me that ball. Alex Ferguson said it when we signed Van Persie. Alex Ferguson said, if you don't pass the ball to Van Persie, you're out of the team. There you go. And that is the sort of mentality we need to have. GK, Fabrizio hyping up Cunha deal. I like Fabrizio more than I like Ornstein. Ornstein is you know, with obviously Jim Ratcliffe and all that, spreading the negativity in regards to that. So I'm all for Fabrizio. I'm all for Fabrizio. Allow bloody Ornstein. You know what I mean? That nose. I mean, no wonder he gets to the head of everything with that nose, Ornstein. He's always a few miles ahead. Jamie Vardy is leaving Leicester, I heard. Yes, he's leaving, my friend. He made a video today, Kenny. He made a tribute video. Dylan, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Vardy, the Smith striker, will be a free EPL winner. Premier League proven. Not good enough for Man United now, mate. We missed the boat with that. Absolutely not. Too old. Too old. Big up, Randy. Edison probably will work out cheaper than Wharton. Probably would. He probably would. I've always said that I wanted Edison, though. Excellent choice of Adam Wharton, but I definitely need to get a goalkeeper, John Cassell or Lemens. Senny Lemens is my favourite goalkeeper, Stephen. Big up, Stephen, by the way. Senny Lemens is the future. He's the new Courtois, guys. And I'm going to say it like this. Whoever signs Senny Lemens is a lucky fella because Senny Lemens is a very, very good goalkeeper. And I've been talking about Man United going after Senny Lemens, and he would only cost about 20 million. 20 million. I remember when we bought Keane from relegated Forest. Exactly. There you go. Absolutely. There you go. He would score 10 plus goals for Ipswich. He would. There you go, Kenny. There you go. So that's what we need to look at. The pressure, look, you know, the shackles will be off. If he went to Ipswich Town, the shackles will be off, isn't it? He will go to Ipswich Town, no pressure. So he'll probably score goals for Ipswich Town. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big up, Kenny. Big up, Grayo. What's going on, you legend? If you're not already done it, then can you please smash a like by everyone? Only 42 likes. So come on, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Can we get to 50? Can we get to 50? John, Delap has created most of the goals by himself. Højlund cannot create anything for himself. If he stops running into people, he could maybe come good, but the running into people has increased. I agree with that, Joel. I agree with that. I agree with what you say there because I mentioned this, Charlie, a few weeks ago, that great strikers make things happen for themselves. Not every striker, a striker should never expect the ball to his feet all the time. I'll give you an example. Ruud van Nistelrooy would take that ball from midfield and take on the whole Fulham team and bury it in the corner. If no one's passing him the ball, Rooney will smash it from 35 yards into the top corner. If no one's passing you the ball. As I said, if someone slams the door shut on your face, build your own door. That is a sign of a great striker. That's a sign of a great striker. Someone who can make something out of nothing. Make it happen yourself. Don't just wait for that ball to come to you. Don't just wait for the tapping. And I say this, I know Chido's young, but I've noticed with Chido, he waits around in the box too much. You've got to fight for that ball and make something happen for yourself, my friend. Even Danny Welbeck did it. You know, he makes something happen for yourself. That's what you got to do. Big up. Bit of revert saying absolute no in regards to Vardy, I suspect. Absolutely not. The poll is 52-48. What poll? Oh, yeah, I did do. I forgot about that, Paul. Would you be happy? Oh, it's a tight one there. Oh, goodness me, that is a tight one. Ruben want Cunha. It looks that way, Randy. He does. He does. They're quite friendly, isn't it? They're quite pally. Best in class is Gukies or Isaac. They are out of United's reach. Being mid-table club means we pick that from tier 2. We just have to hope that we get a bit of luck. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Osman is tier 1. I'm not sure if it's his first choice striker, but it's a very small market. I want Osman, but the guy has a poor attitude and flirting with Saudi. So does Cunha, though, you see. Cunha has a bad attitude, apparently, you know, so we have to watch out for that as well. Sal, are you aware about the redundancy about around the 3rd, 28th? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. It's disgusting. United has created a lot of chances this season, about 280 inside the box, and we have scored 28 goals. Madness, isn't it? We have scored 8 goals from outside the box, 161. The stats from the Premier League, 3 pens scored. It's terrible. It's terrible. We need to score more goals. Grayo, so great striker would be the right place at the right time. Unfortunately, Rasmus always seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Too slow, absolutely. Big up, Abdullah, my friend. Thank you so much. Big up, Grayo. Great comment, my friend. Vamos. Big up, Vamos to you, Amir. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're good. What do you think of Nico Paz? Have you covered him already, Almac? Yes, of course I have. You know, you're talking to Stretford Post here, not Saeed TV. Yes, I have. Como, of course, used to play for Real Madrid. And very absolutely brilliant player, of course, guys. Absolute superb player playing for Como at the moment. Como, of course, attacking midfielder, versatile, very smart player. And I would love him at Man United. But you know what? I don't know why Man United didn't scout him in the first place. Of course, Como have got money. They got a little bit of money now. Obviously, Cesc Fabregas is at Como as well. So at the end of the day, there you go. Yeah, covered him. We had Ronaldo as the stopgap experienced striker demanding the ball, but the players didn't want to listen to him. But the difference with Ronaldo and the strikers is Ronaldo still smacked one in the top corner from 30 yards, didn't he? You remember? You remember the hat-trick against Tottenham? You know, he done it himself. He didn't pass to me. I'll do it myself. And that's what he did. Smack it in the top corner. In Imagery tries absolutely Amir. Big up Amir. But we are in a much need for an experienced striker, Shah. I agree. Ederson is a must get. I would love Ederson at Man United. As I said, my dream window would be Senny Lemens in goal, Roger Fernandez or Frimpong, if we're lucky. Roger Fernandez or Frimpong as a right wing back. Ederson as a centre midfield. Cherky was my number 10. I would have loved Cherky. And Osman as my number 9. And that is what I would have wanted. Would have been my perfect window. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get that perfect window. It doesn't look like we're going to get that perfect. We're going to get a team full of players that budget, maybe just we can afford. That's it at the end of the day. Are we building a Wilcox team to lap McAtee? This is the biggest worry I have, Shah. The biggest worry I have with Wilcox is that he's just chasing Man City ex-players. I mean, I want to see him target players that didn't used to play for Man City, for example. But it does seem like he's targeting only Man City players. It's strange. If one player who did not play for Manchester United, you wish played for Manchester United, who would it be? Zinedine Zidane, Natty. Zinedine Zidane. He's the only player during the 90s who I would say would improve Manchester United. Now, people would say R9 Ronaldo. I don't think so. I don't think R9 Ronaldo. No. True Wilcox wants to lap as primary target. I don't think so. And the reason I'll tell you why. He was injury prone. He was too injury prone, played not a lot of football. We had Andy Cole. We had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Had a Teddy Sheringham. We had great strikers. Zinedine Zidane was the best player in the world for a good 10 years. Absolutely. So Zinedine Zidane for me. Delap shouldn't be the main striker leading the 9. I mean, well, it might be. Apparently, according to Jim Ratcliffe, we don't have a head of data science. Why not just hire one? It's money, isn't it? Money. I was shocked to discover that the sheer volume of Chelsea's recruitment program. They are buying the best young players in Europe and South America and loaning them out. Chelsea are a serious club. Yeah. They are a serious club, run by a serious owner. We're not. We're run by a penny pincher, Werther's original sucking prat. That's who we're run. That's who we're run by. You know what I mean? Hey, Johnson, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. We should just stop judging their attitude and focus on their ability to win matches over attitude, which is why. No, we should judge their attitude. We should judge their attitude, Johnson. I'm going to correct you there. Because Alex Ferguson, during the 90s, used to look at attitude. Because attitude, you turn into a Sancho. If you turn into a Sancho, then that's a problem. So it depends what type of attitude you have. You can have an attitude where I want to win. F you, I want to win. I want to fight. Or you can have an attitude where I want to play. I want to play my position. I want to do that. There's two different types of attitude. It depends what attitude you mean. If it's attitude going to social media and mouthing off on social media, no, thank you. Right? Attitude is a big thing. Alex Ferguson was big on attitude. And this is something that we've done wrong over the years. We've signed players based on talent. Not, that's it. Not attitude. And we've gone wrong. It's very important attitude. Let's not throw attitude away. That is nothing. It's massive. It can ruin a whole camp. It can ruin the whole atmosphere. It depends on the attitude. It's very, very important. As a fan of 40 years, I know how important attitude is. Now, let me give you two examples of attitude. There's Roy Keane attitude and there's Sancho attitude, right? Now, you have to clarify which one. You have to clarify which one. Is it a playing attitude or is it a sport little bitch attitude? There's a difference, right? Is it a Roy Keane attitude or is it a sport little bitch attitude? Which one? We want a playing attitude. What we need at Man United is a winning attitude. An attitude where you grab someone by the collar. Attitude. That attitude. Not pass me the ball. What are you doing? Pass me the ball. We don't want that type of attitude. He's already gone to social media against Wolves. We don't want any bitchiness. That's not what we need. You know, at the end of the day, it's not a kiddie game over here. We need proper winners. That attitude. That attitude is what we need. A Roy Keane attitude. That's what we need. That Roy Keane attitude. Does he have a Roy Keane attitude? Does he have that? Is there any news about Guncar? Nothing at the moment. Probably hear about him in the summer. Attitude is what separates from the mediocre and being the best. We need hard workers who are dedicated to themselves and the club, not just us runs around. Absolutely. Absolutely. That type of attitude. If Cunha can develop his attitude against Wolves, couldn't he do the same at United? It depends. I don't know what attitude he has, to be honest. I'll be honest. I don't know if you can teach an old dog new tricks in regards to attitude. If you've got an attitude, you've got an attitude. It doesn't change. You know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks in regards to that. I want a winning attitude. I don't want a petty little go to social media attitude, which Cunha has demonstrated so far, guys. By the way, he's gone to social media against Wolves. So he will go to social media against Man United. So this needs to be remembered. Let's not just support players because, oh, I like the player. Let's just support him. No, we're not like that. You know what I mean? We have to look at that at the end of the day. I saw an article in 2012. We were close to getting Eden Hazard, but the deal was off due to we had to pay agent fees. We didn't want to pay agent fees. Sal, thanks once again. A great show, brother. Great to see you getting better. Thank you so much, Grayo, my friend. I was speaking to Osman mentality and Gatesby. What I would say, Johnson, I'm very close with Napoli. People know me at Napoli Football Club. They know I go to Napoli a lot. I know people at Napoli Football Club. And the problem is Osman, it was different. Osman was different. Osman fell out with one of the guys in the execs. That's different. But Osman is a winner on the pitch. Osman is a monster on the pitch. Right? which is why I want Osimhen, because that's the type of attitude we need. You know what I mean? That's the type of attitude we need, Johnson, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. I like Osimhen. He's my first choice. He's like that. He's a winner. He's the type of player who will grab you by the shirt. Exactly what I was saying. He's that type of player. I want Osimhen. It doesn't look like we're going to get Osimhen, and we're going to miss out on Osimhen. And we will miss out. We will miss out because Osimhen will score goals wherever he goes. Kunya and Ahmed, maybe Edison, a striker would be to have these players behind him. Absolutely, Jarl. 52 likes. Thank you for 52. Big up, everyone. Thank you so much, my friends. Big up, everyone. Oh, players with winning attitude. That exactly, Randy. Winning attitude. And influential. Because if we're going to have the likes of Delap up front, right? If we're going to have the likes of Delap up front, I want Kunya. I want Kunya to act as a role model to Delap. That's what I want. I want Kunya to act as a role model for Delap. I want that. Rumor Amazon and start now. Big up Amir. Big up everyone. Thank you so much, guys. Why is there no news on Delict return? It's serious, mate. There was some ridiculous rumor, Shah, over the last few days that Inter Milan wanted Matthijs de Ligt. They can do one, to be honest. We're not getting rid of Matthijs de Ligt. Absolutely not getting rid of Matthijs de Ligt. There is no chance Man United to get rid of Matthijs de Ligt. Absolutely not. No chance in hell that's happening. No chance in hell. You've got no chance. No chance in hell. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. You're absolute legends, guys. And yeah, they want him. Shah, go look it up. They want him. Yeah. We're not selling De Ligt. De Ligt is a leader. We're not selling De Ligt. No chance at all. He's been one of our better players this season. I don't know how anyone could want to sell De Ligt. Absolutely not. It'd be absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Ridiculous. Tsunami Trophy is coming. Big up, brother. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. John, 100 million and could consider selling De Ligt. Yeah, 100 million would do it, I think. I think that would do it, Charlie. Yeah, definitely. Just give me De Ligt. Absolutely. And Pastor Joe. Future captain. Absolutely. I agree. No one is selling him. Big up Johnson, my legend. Big up. Cunha is the best choice for next Man United number 10. I hope so, Emir. Let's bring him in. Let's bring Cunha in early and let's get him into pre-season next season. That's what we need to get the players in early, guys. We need to get these players in early so they can work on pre-season and we can work on tactics, etc., etc. That would be brilliant. That's what we need to do, guys. Absolutely, absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll try and be back later on. Of course, I'm trying to rest at the same time. Obviously, the reason why Chatterbox hasn't been around, I have to get lots of rest, according to my doctor, because I had the flu, and obviously I've been struggling with the flu. So I try and be back later on for Chatterbox. If not, keep your notifications on anyway. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. It really, really means a lot to the channel, and it helps the video immensely. Take it easy, guys. Have a great weekend. Great Friday. Happy Friday, guys. Enjoy it. Take it easy. I'm Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn. Take it easy. Peace.